So hello and welcome to this very special show, AFC Asian Cup Talks. And today I'm joined by my two colleagues, Shopnil and Snehashish. Next week, next Saturday, our Indian team will take the field against in the one of the toughest job they have ever faced over the years. Will be against Australia, and so we are just few days away. We can't wait to see our boys in action, as most of the football fans in our country are. And in this episode, we are going to have a very interesting discussion. We have mentioned before that this team has 17 members who will be taking part in the AFC Asian Cup for the first time. But now we'll be discussing top five Indian players to watch out for. And of course, while discussing, there is one rule that we can't take the name of Sunil Chhetri, Sandesh Jhingan, and Gurpreet Singh Sandhu because without any doubt, এই তিনজন প্লেয়ার কিন্তু এদেরকে টপ ফাইভ প্লেয়ার ওয়াচ আউটের মধ্যে রাখার কোনো দরকার নেই, কারণ আমরা সবাই জানি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ প্লেয়ার। আর মানে বিগত 5-6 বছর ধরে এরা প্রমাণ করে আসছে দেশের জার্সিতে। So we don't need to take this name. So first I will go to Snehashish. So Snehashish is the first name that comes to your mind while discussing about these top five players to watch out for.
Obviously, my first name will be Changte because I have seen him playing for India. Like when I was in Bangalore, when India played Pakistan in the, I think it was in sub competition, I think, and in that match 4-0. I saw him playing, and it was so good to see him with his pace and dribbling. It was so good to see him running down that flank. So আমার জন্য আমার সত্যি নজর থাকবে ওর উপর। তবে আমি যেটা আগের দিনে বলছিলাম, এটা একটা দেখতে হবে যে কোচ তাকে প্রথম একাদশে খেলায় না সেকেন্ড হাফে তাকে ইউজ করে। কারণ সেকেন্ড হাফে যে কোনো প্লেয়ারকে আমরা দেখি যে অনেক ক্লাব বা অনেক দেশের কোচদেরই আমরা দেখি যে এরকম পেসি প্লেয়ার থাকলে তাদের পেস
ট্রাম্প কার্ডটাকে অনেক সময় বাঁচিয়ে রাখে।
একদম সেকেন্ড হাফে যাতে যদি অপোনেন্টটা একটু দুর্বল হয়ে পড়ে বা একটুখানি যদি লেথার্জি চলে আসে তখন তাহলে এক্সপ্লোর করার জন্য। তো থাকবে যে শুরু করে না ইগোস্টি ম্যাচ তাকে বাঁচিয়ে রাখে যাতে একটা সারপ্রাইজ প্যাকেজ হিসেবে তাকে ইউজ করতে পারে। কিন্তু অবশ্যই ছাংতের পারফরমেন্স কতটা কি হবে সেটা ওপর কিন্তু নির্ভর করবে ইন্ডিয়া কতটা অ্যাটাকিং এর ক্ষেত্রে কতটা ভালো খেলতে পারে এশিয়ান কাপ।
So before going to Shopnil, now I will take the second player, and for me it will be Mahesh Namno, obviously, because he made his debut in February in the Hero Tri-Nation Cup, and since then Mahesh Namno hasn't looked back. He has been very impressive throughout the year, and not only in the national color but also in ISL as well. Has been one of the key member of both the team for East Bengal and Indian team, and recently in the Meteka Cup, what a brilliant goal he has scored. And obviously, going forward in Qatar, he will be one of the key member for the Indian team because will be a key player in supporting Sunil Chhetri as well in the attack, right? And he is so fast, and his dribbling skill and all going to play a major role for me. So now going to Shopnil, who is the third player for you?
Like both of you guys took the attacking advantages, like the attacking players. So I'll head back and I'll choose this Akash Mishra. He can be a good defensive player. He has the ability. I saw a few of his games for Mumbai City FC. He's a good player. He plays as a left back there.
He's a gritty defender.
Pretty defender. He is physically aware of himself, that how much capability he has, how much he can go through, and jeta main jinish or moddhe ache, he has that feeling inside him that I am the defender, I am the boss, I'm gonna take the ball from him, I'm gonna get him in the field, I'm gonna get everything I have in myself. So I think defensive dik theke Akash Mishra can be a key point, can play pretty well against Australia. I'm not saying that he's the only one, he can do anything, but he is the key man. He can be a key man in defense.
Yeah, of course he will be, and he is a kind of left back we haven't seen before in the Indian team because he is so energetic. In the modern day football, you need a side back who can go in overlap and can fall back for the whole 90 minutes. Not like that after in the second half, after 60 or 70 minutes, he running out of fuel or like that. Because and in such kind of intense game like Australia, Uzbekistan and Syria, you need a side back like that. I think he's going to have a major role to play in the upcoming tournament. And now it's again your turn, Snehashish. So we have taken Mahesh Narem, Changte and Akash Mishra. So who will be our fourth player to watch out for, Snehashish?
Nikhil Pujari.
Oh, right.
uh, like Swapnil said, Akash Mishra, I think Akash Mishra and Nikhil Pujari both are very aggressive in nature,
Very aggressive.
and that helps them to be on their top-notch game in the whole time when they are on the field. I think as a side back, that is very important because, as you mentioned, Rahul, they need to go overlap, and they need to throw the crosses and everything. And again, when the opposition will attack, they need to come back and do the defend as well. So their energy fuel has to be on top notch all the time. সো
Of
নিখিল
course.
পূজারি একজন প্লেয়ার যার উপর নজর থাকবে, এবং আই থিঙ্ক আমাদের সবার মনে আছে সেই অসাধারণ ব্যাক হিল করে তারপর সেই ক্রসটা যেখান থেকে
Absolutely right.
Oh,
গোল,
oh.
অসাধারণ।
That
মানে
pass to
আমরা যে
Chankya.
মানে আমি যে কতবার রিপিটে দেখেছি ম্যাচটা হওয়ার পর 4-5 দিন আমি জানি না।
প্রচুর বার।
তো আশা করি
Really,
ওরকম আরো মুহূর্ত আমরা দেখতে পাবো এশিয়ান কাপে, এবং এই দুই সাইড ব্যাক যদি ভালো পারফর্ম করে তাহলে অ্যাটাকিং ফ্ল্যাঙ্ক থেকে যে অ্যাটাকটা আমরা ভাবছি হতে পারে ইন্ডিয়া থেকে, সেটা আমরা দেখতে পারি এশিয়ান কাপে।
while talking about Nikhil Pujari, he is a kind of side back who is so flamboyant and aggressive and attacking mindset. আমার নিখিল পূজারি নিয়ে যদি কথা হয়, তাহলে নিখিল পূজারি কিন্তু শুরু করেছিল অ্যাজ আ সাইড মিডফিল্ডার হয়ে, অ্যাটাকিং উইঙ্গার হয়ে কিন্তু, ঠিক আছে? মানে এরকম বহুজনের গল্প আছে, আমরা ট্রেন্ট আলেকজান্ডার আর্নল্ডের কথা শুনেছি, অ্যান্ডি রবার্টসন, এরকম বহুজন যারা উইঙ্গার হয়ে শুরু করেছে, এমনকি মান্দার রাও দেশাই। হ্যাঁ, কার
একদম।
কথা?
আবার উল্টো আছে, যেমন আমাদের গ্যারেথ বেল সাইড ব্যাক থেকে শুরু করে
স্টোরি।
রিয়াল মাদ্রিদে গিয়ে তো কাপের পর কাপ জেতে, তো এরকম অনেক গল্প আছে।
Yeah, really, Gareth Bale, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who started as a defending position, then becoming attacking midfielder and all. And so Nikhil Pujari also same kind of story. I think in the Hero Intercontinental Cup, he make it to the playing 11 in Igor match playing 11, and since then, he hasn't been dropped from the squad. He has become an integral part of the team. And now it's time for the last player in our list, in 5 players to watch out for. But before going to the discussion, I would request you guys, also our viewers, you can also share your thoughts, because I know maybe some different player you're also looking forward to in the upcoming tournament. So you can share your thought as well. You can share your favorite player that you are looking forward to. But one rule you need to keep in mind, that no Sunil, Sandesh and Gurpreet. Okay. So our last name in the list will be
Rahul, before we come to the last name, I want to ask both of you, যে এই যে তোমরা বললে উইঙ্গার্স এন্ড দেন লেফট ব্যাক, রাইট ব্যাক, মানে তোমার কি মনে হয় এই ইনভার্টেড উইঙ্গার্স খেলাটা, এটা আমরা অবশ্যই লিভারপুলের ক্ষেত্রে কিন্তু খুব দেখতে পারি, যে ইনভার্টেড উইঙ্গার্সরা চলে আসে, 3টে ব্যাক হয়ে যায়, 3টে সেন্টার ব্যাক হয়ে যায়, উইঙ্গার্সরা ওপরে চলে আসে, মাঝমাঠ থেকে খেলাটা হয়। তো তোমার কি মনে হয় যদি এই ইনভার্টেড উইঙ্গার্স খেলানো হয়, মানে আমি অ্যাজ এ নর্মাল বলছি, ইনভার্টেড উইঙ্গার্সে should wingers be active and aggressive, or should they hold their position and just like deliberately pass the ball throughout the field? তোমার কি মনে হয় রাহুল?
I don't think so India is going to play in that way in the upcoming tournament. I think, because we'll have to keep in mind that India is a team very far behind from Australia and Uzbekistan in terms of fitness, and they will be behind in terms of position and all, without any doubt. So I think in this kind of game, we should play a style of play where either if one left back goes in attack, then another side back, that right back should be in a defending position, right? In our own half. And that's how I think every manager would like to play. Our Indian team will have to play a safe football without any doubt in this tournament, because we have to be on our toe defensively, because it's impossible without that. So I think that's how Indian team is going to play. But again, resuming our discussion of 5 players to watch out for, our last name in the list is obviously it's Apuya. The story of Apuya that fascinates me is that just few months ago he was not in the squad. He was dropped from Igor Stimac playing 11, just because Igor Stimac was a bit unhappy with his disciplinary issues, and then Igor Stimac was forced to call him to the squad just before the FIFA World Cup qualifier, and that shows how crucial this player is going to be. And whenever I watch Mumbai City FC's game, my eye used to be on Apuya, because also I'm a fan of some impressive midfielders in the world. So whenever Apuya plays, my eye used to be on Apuya. The way he takes turn in the midfield, the way he controls the midfield. And what another thing that fascinates me is that at that age, the maturity that Apuya possesses, that really fascinates me. So he's so confident. When I see Anirudh Thapa and Apuya, the difference that I notice is that the confidence in between them. Apuya is so confident, so flamboyant and all, and that's kind of player you need in such game like against Australia and Uzbekistan. So I think Apuya also have a big role to play, and Igor Stimac will rely a lot on him in the midfield. So that's our end of our discussion of 5 players to watch out for. But for our fans, again, I'm telling our viewers, you can also share your player whom you're looking forward to, and you can share that in our comment section. And in our next show, obviously, we'll talk on that. So please share your comments also in the comment section. So that's the end of our discussion of 5 players to watch out for in the AFC Asian Cup. But before ending our show, I would like to share with you that I think you all have watched the Igor Stimac exclusive interview in our Rep Sports platform, and that interview Igor sounded so positive. He's so optimistic, and he has reiterated the thing that every time that maybe we are far behind from Australia and Uzbekistan, but there is a possibility. Our team is working so hard. They're grinding hard in every training session, and they believe in one thing that maybe we are not so talented as them, but we can beat them by doing hard work. And that's what Igor Stimac has stressed every time in this interview. So of course I will share with you that interview. So let's take a look what Igor Stimac has said ahead of the AFC Asian Cup.
Different mentality, different mindset of our players, fearless football, involving the high press, and the players not having fear, looking for the ball, asking for the ball, and trying to create things in favor of the national team. So we've been good, I would say, but the tournament is very different, you see, because in 8 or 9 days you have 3 very difficult opponents. You don't have time to recover well. You could clearly see that we suffered from away Kuwait game, so we had to make certain changes in the teams against Qatar, which affected our game, obviously. We still don't have that kind of a strength which is needed to perform at the highest level in a consecutive way against strong opponents game by game, but we're going to get there bit by bit.
So you guys don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to Rep Sports to get all the updates from not only from AFC Asian Cup, but also from the sports world. Thank you.